Hey everyone, welcome back. This is the second part of Forest Temple in Twilight Princess 3 Heart Run. This is Eesgooshee.
This is Double Stomp-A-Lot.
And this is a big Deku Baba.
Uh-oh. Tiger Key.
Just threw it into one of the Deku lakes. I do a lot of jumping around in this fight for almost no reason. Like, this was still pretty early on when I thought that it was necessary to jump around for every single enemy. I was like, I gotta do backflips, and I gotta do jump attacks, and I gotta jump all over the place, and they'll never know what's coming, but you don't need to jump around for that many enemies.
But you know what enemy, no amount of jumping around will save you from? Indiana Jones. He will shoot you.
That guy wasn't really jumping around. He was spinning his sword around. He was being all fancy. He was showing off. He talked the talk, but he could not walk the walk. Like, he's probably all covered with stomach acid and bile.
It doesn't have a stomach, it's a plant.
Covered with sap. So it's sticky. Happy monkeys.
You should make a Zelda game where you play as the monkeys. So cool.
If you go to Ordon Village and attack one of the cuckoos enough, you play as it for a while. Instead of the Revenge Squad, like the other games where you attack it and then it just sends like a shit ton of cuckoos at you. If you attack one enough, you play as it for a couple seconds.
That's pretty cool. Does Link still keep attacking it while you're it?
No,
Oh.
Link just looks at it. It doesn't do anything else.
Don't trust them.
Why not? What's wrong with monkeys? Everything's better with monkeys. So says TV tropes.
The fact that I have to think about something that's worse with monkeys is a bad sign. So you may be right.
It's boss fight time. Or mini-boss, I mean. Takes him so long to notice that the door just locked. Now, I believe that if you actually skip this cutscene, you don't have to fight those two bomb serpents because he never actually cuts them down. I'm pretty sure on my practice run I didn't have to fight them. My standard operating procedure for the critical point of any given boss fight. By the critical point is
Is their ass.
I guess it's the unofficial term for the part where you can attack them directly. I guess when the music changes. Which I don't really like, by the way. I don't like how the music changes in this game. It's not that I'm opposed to the idea, because it works in Shadow of the Colossus. But I don't so much like the music that they use in this for the triumphant critical point music. And I find it usually breaks the flow of the pre-existing boss music, which is almost always better. I'm guessing that's some sort of distant relative to a head crab, by the way. Anyway, my standard operating procedure for critical point is jump attack, a couple regular slashes, and then spin attack. And that works out pretty well. Because I know the jump attack and the spin attack both do double damage. And I think the last hit of any given combo also does double damage. Also, there's this part where it turns out that the boomerang can speak, but this is the only part of the game where it talks at all. Like, it tells you, "Hi, I'm the boomerang. There's a fairy inside me." And then just disappears for the rest of the game. Also, much like Bioshock 2, and maybe even the first Bioshock, I don't remember, but once you get a new item, it rearranges your item screen, I believe. But I think it keeps everything in the same general place, and what it does is new item will automatically go to the top. Which is still pretty neat. I think it works out well, because you're going to end up using that item a lot in the rest of the dungeon anyway. Also, I sort of finagled the boomerang so I'd only have to throw it twice to open this door. Boomerang, I don't think I use much at all after this dungeon, except for Cave of Ordeals. It's super useful in Cave of Ordeals. There's 3 items that I used a whole lot in Cave of Ordeals, and then there's 3 items beyond that that I sort of switched around. And they all serve more or less the same purpose. But I don't know, I guess I'll talk about it later in Cave of Ordeals. Happy monkey.
Ah, she does switch sides when she returns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever denied it.
No, but having that treated light source has been walking.
By the way, now that I have the boomerang, the slingshot is pretty much obsolete. I can't think of anything else that I need to do that I can't, with the slingshot, that I can't just use the boomerang for. Except for Cave of Ordeals. I use the slingshot a little in there. And that's why I'm wandering around trying to fight Deku Babas. To try to refill my seeds. Or pellets or whatever. Just so that I won't have to once I go to the Cave of Ordeals. Oh, I completely forgot to talk about Uku! Oh my god! That thing that I picked up earlier?
Yeah.
I completely forgot to talk about one of my favorite parts of that scene. And that's when he does he holds it up and it's got the "You got the thing" music. Just the look on his face the first time he meets Uku. He's just like, what the hell is this? Also, remember how the boss key is in this room? Because I don't. I almost want to go re-record that commentary now, but I'm not going to. But he just has this look on his face like, what the Yeah, there's the empty treasure chest with key that we got earlier. This is what I was talking about, backtracking. Going through room A to get to room B, and then going back to room A and getting something from room C so we can go back through room A to room B and progress to room D.
So what does that spell?
I could never read or write. I think it spells Mickey Mouse. This guy I was actually trying specifically to knock him off the edge. I kind of succeeded. But yeah, like before I used the slingshot to shoot off these skull ball tulas. Now I can just use the boomerang. The one thing about playing this on the Wii version is that some of the sound effects are missing. Because they normally come through the Wiimote, the speaker there. So most of the sword movements, like taking it out and putting it back in, and some of the sword slashes come through the Wiimote. Some of the claw shot sound effects, some of the ball and chain sound effects. Also, this solution does not work. Because it turns out you can't actually target the Deku like. I was targeting the wall behind it, so I just took the bomb ring to the wall and exploded there. But yeah, this is another instance of having to backtrack a bunch. Because that bridge that I straightened out, there's a room on either side, but one of them is locked, so you have to come all the way here to get the T. Not the T. You have to come all the way here to get the key, and then have a Boston key party, and then you can return to the other room and drink some Earl Grey tea.
This time it does work.
Yeah, I like that puzzle. I think it suits the Zelda universe to a key. So do you think those hero clothes are uncomfortable? Do you think maybe he'd wear a key shirt?
How many more do you think you have?
Probably not that many. I think I'm gonna run out in key minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Making pots is a very lucrative profession in Hyrule.
Because they always need more.
Yep.
I think I should have waited on that backflip. Action backflip! Done it right at the explosion. But that's about all for this episode. See you guys later.